Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the video a lot of you guys actually have been waiting for, I feel like, because every time I'm on live, I get the same questions asked multiple times. I thought you were gonna stay till Fly got his wires out, or why did you leave, or what happened that night that I left. Um, yeah. So where do I begin? I'm gonna be totally honest about everything that happened, you guys. I probably won't say too much detail about the night that it happened, that I left, but everything in between, I'm gonna be open and honest about everything going on. So let's begin. Okay, before I get into the rest of the video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all. I'm gonna try to be posting a little bit more often. Give me some ideas of what you guys want to see. I'm back in the Bay now, as a lot of you know. So yeah, let's get to it. Also, I'm using these little mics. I don't know if the sound is sounding like okay. I'm just testing them out. I got them off the TikTok shop not that long ago, so I'm kind of just trying them out, see if they make the sound better. If not, I'll probably never use them again. So yeah, y'all let me know what you think of the quality of the sound, I guess. And also, don't mind the mess in the back. I came home to a bunch of mail and packages, so there's just like boxes sitting around and all that. So I've been trying to this is my second day back from Arizona, so I'm just kind of getting my life together, trying to do one thing at a time. There was a lot of stuff. I had left my room a mess too. Let's get into this. All right. So as you guys know, I went to Arizona to be by Fly's side. With everything that happened, he ended up, I'm not gonna get too much into it because you guys already know what happened to him, but basically, he had gotten jaw surgery or jaw. He got his mouth wired shut because he had a fractured jaw. And there's a couple other things, but like that was like the main thing. And I drove almost. Technically, it took like 12 hours to get there. It was a 10-hour drive, but it took 12 because I made like some stops. But yeah, I had drove all the way to Arizona to go visit him in the hospital. As a friend. Okay, let's get that straight. We were friends before I even went there. Like I said before, we would like call each other, make sure we were good because we were always going out. So it was like, okay, like, hey, did you make it home safe? Whatever, right? Cool. So we were friends. My intentions going out to Arizona were not to mend things or make it or what's it called? Like fix things, not fix our relationship, nothing like that. My intentions were pure and just, just being there as a friend. I talked about this on live a little bit, but basically, I just did what I would want someone to do for me. Like, that's just the type of person I am. Like, I give out, I always treat people the way that I wish I was treated when it comes to like stuff like this. So, like, what I mean is, so the fact that, the last time I talked about this, I cried. I'm gonna try not to because I just did my makeup, so let's not get emotional here. But basically, like I give out so much love, like I think because of the fact that I wish I got it in return, which never really works out for me to be honest. But I mean, it's not ever this situation or any situation in general. It's never gonna change who I am as a person. I'm always gonna be loving. I'm always gonna, care for people that I care for. Like I'm always gonna care about them, no matter what. So it's like I don't know. That's just the type of person I am, and it does mess me up at the end of the day. Like, I kind of get what's the word? I guess what I'm trying to say. Like, I always fuck myself over at the end. So, um, let's start from the very beginning. I don't know. This story's kind of all over the place. Okay, so basically, the first 2 days. So basically, I'm gonna tell you all the truth. The first day or two when I was with him, we're fine. We were friends. Everything felt fine, like normal, like just nothing crazy. Like we weren't being toxic. Clearly, we weren't together. All that. After like the third or fourth day, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did start getting bugged a little bit by him being on his phone, only because first of all, we're exes, and I thought I was stronger than that, but I didn't do anything crazy. I did just let him know, like, hey, like, I'm not gonna lie, it does bug me that like you're on your phone and like I'm over here like, damn, like who's he texting? Like I did tell him straight up because I'm an open book. Like I will tell you how I feel. I will communicate with you. And if you don't want to respect how I feel, then that's fine because I'm in no position to tell somebody what to do, especially if I'm not with them. So I just let it be known. And it did feel kind of weird saying that, like letting him know, like, hey, like it kind of bugs me that like I don't know if he was texting or he was just on his phone, but I forgot what it was. But basically, like it just started kind of like from there, and I felt like he kind of got the message, like, okay, like let me like I don't know, he somewhat started respecting like how I felt, I guess, even though he didn't have to, but pretty much it started there, and then just little things like that. It did start to feel like we were in a relationship again. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We acted like we were in a relationship. We were doing things like we were in a relationship. We were sleeping together, literally in the same bed, waking up in the same bed. It just started feeling like we were in a whole relationship all over again. And I'm not gonna lie, I was in this like fantasy type world where I just felt like everything was perfect. Like I loved people knowing that we were just technically not together, but it kind of felt like fun in a way. Like people knew, like I don't know, it just felt fun to an extent where it was just like, oh, like we have to keep it a secret, but like I know we're doing like the wrong thing type of thing. I don't know, that's so toxic to think, but that's just how I am. Like I'm a toxic ass person, and it's just the way I am. I don't know, y'all. Y'all can't hate me for telling y'all the truth. I don't know why I'm like that. I'm just like that, and it just is what it is. So yeah, like clearly we were like doing things like it was kind of obvious. Um, we weren't really hiding it. I mean, we were, but at the same time, we were telling you guys the truth when we were like, no, we're single. Like we're still not together. We were still damn near starting to stress each other out again. We were like, I told him one time, I think, and he told me one time, like, damn, like I'm starting to remember why I wasn't with you or why we broke up or whatever, right? Because there's just little things about both of us that we don't like about each other, and there was just a lot. So it just started felt like we were in a relationship again. I did start telling him like I think I need to leave sooner because as much as I wanted to stay the whole entire time, up until he got his wires out, I was supposed to stay 2 days after that. I was actually supposed to stay till Wednesday tomorrow because today I'm gonna post it, so it's Tuesday. But yeah, I was telling him that honestly, like I don't think this is good for my mental health. Like I'm starting to get attached again. Like I'm starting to feel like we're in a relationship again, and then I feel like that's normal for anybody. Like if you're spending every waking second till you go to sleep with somebody at the hip, you're gonna get attached too. So, he was saying the same thing. He's like, yeah, I did get attached again. And we both felt the same, but we both knew it was no good for us. But, I told him, that I think I need to leave sooner. I don't think I can stay for you to get your wires out because as soon as I leave, I'll feel okay. Like I'll feel better. I think the fact that I was just there, knowing that we were technically not together, and knowing that he could still technically be texting anybody he wanted, um, made me feel like, damn, well, I don't need to be here. Like, why don't you text your other bitches and tell them to come help you or tell them to be here for you because I don't see none of them here. That's how I started thinking. And I was like, you know what? I don't need this. Like, I have my own car. I can leave whenever I want now. We're not in a relationship. I started thinking like that and like feeling like kind of just overwhelmed. And I just started thinking, like, why am I here? I feel like I'm overstaying. Like, and I would tell him that, and he's like, no, like, I want you here. Like, it's fine. Like, I want you here. And I just started like feeling like I was just doing too much being there because technically he didn't really need the help. But I guess if anything, like, I think meant for like mental support, I think I was helping in a sense. And then I was supposed to be there for like the wire cutting and everything because it was kind of like a big deal, like you're getting wires removed, you're getting screws out of your mouth. Like, I did want to be there for that, but I also did have to choose me at some point. And if I was feeling overstimulated and stressed out, I knew I had to leave. But I did tell him I wanted to leave sooner, and I changed my mind. I definitely changed my mind. But then one night, Saturday night, the day I left, I did drink a little bit. I had an IPA and I had a little shot of Patron within a 4 hour time span. Okay, I was on live for at least a good 3 4 hours. So I was sipping slowly. I was chilling. We were chilling. We were on live, and I got triggered by something. I got triggered by something that happened. It wasn't just out of nowhere. I'm not going to get into too much detail about what I got triggered by, but I just knew that I felt disrespected, and that's valid for me to feel, especially if I'm literally in somebody's house and like staying with them, and just the way we were doing things, it just felt like, okay, like I feel like you should respect how I feel, which he did. I end up telling him what I felt disrespected by. I told him, you know what, I don't want you doing this, whatever, cool. And he doesn't have to, you know what I'm saying, we're single, like it's fine. But I was just like, okay, yeah, I don't like that you're doing something, whatever he was doing. And he stopped, sort of. And I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I'm an overthinker to the max. So, especially if I'm drinking a little bit, I start like focusing on that problem and I won't get over it until I like hear some type of apology. Like, I'm just hella stubborn like that. I just need them to like kind of fix it in a way. Like, it's weird. I'm so weird. But basically, he didn't owe me anything. He didn't owe me nothing, but I just felt annoyed. I felt triggered, and I just felt like I needed to leave because I was like, you know what? You can continue doing that. Who am I? Who am I to tell you to stop doing something? Who am I to stop you from being single and from starting to feel like I need to control you, because I hate feeling like that. I hate feeling like I'm controlling. I hate feeling like I'm overstepping. So that's why I had to remove myself out of that situation, because I'm like, you know what? The longer I stay, the more I'm just gonna fuck myself over. And I told him that multiple times. So it was just gonna be way too hard. And this is gonna sound so bad, but like I had to leave on an angry note, on a bad note. Because if I would have left and we were all happy and everything was good, I would have probably never wanted to leave, which I did tell him. And he might try to say this, but these words came out of my mouth in a certain situation. I was talking about, oh yeah, I never want to leave, but it's because like we were happy in the moment, and like we were like, so obviously you're gonna say stuff like that, and it doesn't. And I did actually, like, in the back of my mind, of course I would have wanted to stay for the rest of my life or forever, like just with him, because things were going so well for the most part. But it's like, realistically, I have to snap out of shit like that, because I'd be like in La La Land, just like fantasy world, like blocking everybody out when I'm like with somebody that I'm like actually enjoying being with. So like I have to snap back into reality and be like, wait, hold the fuck up. Like, is this really what I want for the rest of my life? No. Okay, so that's what it was. I can't tell you what the future holds, but as of right now, we are both single. We left off on bad terms. We left off. I blocked him on everything. I didn't want to see him. I didn't want to talk to him. I was super mad. So yeah, I was super irritated. I get in these moods where I'm like very, very, very impulsive, and nothing you say or do will make me want to change my mind about how I feel. I'm very strong about how I feel, and if I feel a certain way about something and I feel like you disrespected me and you didn't respect how I felt in that moment, then I'm gonna remove myself. I don't care. Like, I want my feelings validated, and if I don't feel like they're being validated, or if I don't feel like you need to, I'm gonna separate myself, because why am I gonna stay there arguing with somebody when I feel like they had me fucked up? So, it just is, it was like that. And to be honest, that's just what it was. And we, like I said, we left on bad terms. Blocked him on everything, and I didn't hear from him at all. That's basically what happened. I wish I could go into more detail about the situation that led up to me leaving, but it's a little bit more personal. So yeah, but that's that. And yeah, I'm just updating you guys because I've been getting a lot of questions every time I go live on TikTok, and I honestly have not been wanting to talk about it, but now I have a whole video that you guys can watch and kind of answer all your questions. So basically, I'm just bipolar as fuck and toxic, and that's just, and y'all been knew that. So what do you really expect? But yeah, I think I said everything I needed to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the video. Follow me on Instagram at Maria Latina X. Follow me on Snapchat at Maria Latina, double A at the end, double XX, double XX, yeah, XX. And then follow me on TikTok because that's where I go live at if you guys want to catch me there. I'm usually live every night. Maria Latina XX. Thanks for watching again. I love y'all. Stay blessed.